We've been exploring running your first Dungeons & Dragons adventure, looking at some of the tools, building that DM, that Dungeon Master toolkit to put you in the place with your vision and voice to bring out your personality, the creativity that makes you unique. That is the goal, and that's what I've been pushing up. I want to step aside a moment and explore writing your own adventure, running your first encounter, building a template to do this, because eventually you are going to want to branch out and create your own world, create your own narrative. I want to encourage this, but taking that initial step and having a template, I find is very, very helpful. The template that I use breaks up the adventure, and this could be a big, massive adventure, world building, or it could be something as simple as a Thursday night D&D encounter. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. So Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Part 1, Act 1 is the adventure hook, what brings the players immediately into the action. One of the things we explored that I pushed up to my channel was this idea at the start of the game. Start with some dice rolls. Start with a problem. Start with bringing your players into the table, into the narrative. So how does the adventure begin? What is that spark of excitement? Are they offered to buy a treasure map? Does a person come in seeking help? Does the nobility kidnap them and force them to go on some sort of quest? The adventure hook, the reason, the why, pull them in. And again, this could be a simple paragraph. It could be a more elaborate. This is the quest of the evening. Act 2, Part 2 is now they've accepted the quest itself, exploring a dungeon, resolving an encounter, protecting the caravan along the way through the haunted forest. This is kind of the mechanics of the adventure that you're going to run. And then Act 3 is the final resolution. Usually when I write my adventures, this is the boss monster for the evening. Before that, there will be some combat. There will be some encounters. But this Act 3 is the final part. This is what you've been playing for the 2 or 3 or maybe 4 hours in the gaming session. Winner takes all. This is what it's going to come down to. So Act 1 could be you have an offer for 20 gold pieces each, not a bad sum, if I may say, to escort a caravan through the haunted forest. Players can gather some information about the forest. They can kind of figure out the caravan, how they're going to do it. Act 2 is actually making it through the woods, and maybe they're ambushed by goblins. And then Act 3, the ogre mage or the half ogre that's going to confront them finally to try and steal the caravan and prevent the characters from reaching their goal. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, this idea of building a checklist to run your first adventure.